We were hit with a big storm last night in Toronto, Ontario, but despite that, we're still heading to work because fortunately, the working class hits back. Good morning, peeps. Welcome to another vlog. So we're at a customer store right now, and what we essentially have to do is where this ladder is currently at, we're going to be putting in this laundry tub over here in this corner. So there are a couple of things to quickly talk about. First thing is, this used to be a setup for 2 urinals. If you take a look down here, we have ourselves a drain, and it's basically a trap adapter on one end, and what we got was 1.5 FIP as well, so we'll be able to connect the drainage to it. The only concern that I have, and I already spoke to the customer about this, is essentially urinals have a lot of calcium buildup because of the urine that's going into them. So I ended up popping out to the supplier and grabbing a couple of special solutions, which are urinal treatment by Javelin. And as you can see, it says it dissolves uric salt buildup in urinal drains. So my game plan is, before we commence everything, I'm actually going to dump this entire solution into the clean out right here. The purpose of the clean out is to be able to clean the vertical portion of the drain because that's where the majority of the buildup takes place. So I'm going to open this up. I have 2 of these. I'm going to throw both of them inside here. So as we continue working, the solution can continue to eat away at the uric salt. We have a pretty big day ahead of us because not only do we have to hook up the drainage here, we're also going to have to hook up the water supply from the hot water tank, which is above our heads. Okay, so this is where we're at with the hot water tank. We have hot water right here coming across here. We are going to be cutting into the center here, shooting off a valve this way, and then doing PEX the rest of the way along the wall. And then we have our cold water with an isolation valve already. And what I'm going to be doing is cutting in here, putting a valve out this way, and then shooting PEX across this wall as well, all the way to the other side. We have cinder block behind me. I'm going to be drilling the cinder block. I'm going to be putting in 3/8 threaded rod. I'm going to be putting what they're called ceiling flanges, or I call them deck plates in another video, and also split ring hangers for 1/2-inch PEX that I'm going to be putting here. So we're going to have to spend some time putting up the supports. That's probably going to take the longest portion just to get everything ready and good to go, basically. And then we're going to run the 2 PEX lines across here and down this wall, just like so, right next to the laundry tub right here. The laundry tub is going to sit directly in the corner. I'm going to do my best to secure it on both sides, and we're good to go. So a lot of juicy plumbing coming your way. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you know exactly when we're getting videos. Smash that thumbs up, share with friends, and let's go do some delicious plumbing. So peeps, whenever you're making hangers, I find it most efficient to finish each phase before moving on to the next one. It's almost like creating a small little assembly line to have the process move faster. So I'll come up with the measurement I need for my rod, then I'll cut all of my rod, then I'll throw on all the nuts, plates, and hangers, and then I'll move on to the next phase, which is drilling, putting in plugs, and then mounting the supports. By compartmentalizing each phase, you can set up different stations with the appropriate tools so that you don't have to go looking for anything. And when that phase is done, you can clean that up and create a new station with new tools and new materials. And by doing it this way, I find you are not tripping over all the previous steps and previous setup. Alright, want to show you where we're at. Take a look. We got our split ring hangers. This is for hot and cold going this way, hot and cold going up, hot and cold going up again. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is when we have the PEX moving here, there's going to be a 90s obviously, and I'm worried that these 90s will not have enough support, that they'll be a little bit floppy. So we just got to make sure that they're not going to be too bad. We are going to go up there and we're going to start hammer drilling all the cinder block up there. We have 4 more hangers to go, and then we got to do the soldering portion of the day. And once we do that, we can run everything else because we're going to put isolation valves. It's going to look nice and neat. So that's the game plan thus far. I also want to show you, I did end up throwing a bottle in here. I'm going to throw another bottle in right now. But I ended up putting a plug inside here and also inside here because my game plan is to support the laundry tub up against the wall so that it's not very shaky. That's the game plan. Let's go. So peeps, as you see here, I decided to prefabricate a section of the soldering. And I do this because work gets very tricky once you step foot on a ladder. Because on a ladder, you don't have a lot of space or stability, and you're moving really slow because of that. So I figured let's make the soldering portion on the ladder as short as possible by doing the majority of the soldering down on stable ground. By going this route, it also clears up a lot of the worry that I have high up on the ladder. I have to inspect less joints and I don't have to reach as far and put my safety in jeopardy. You're going to also see me introduce a shop vac into the mix. I do this because I have a really annoying little trickle of water that will extend my soldering by hours if I don't address it. By using the shop vac, I'm able to suck out all the remaining water at a timely manner so that the lines will heat up smoothly when I introduce the torch. These are small little adjustments and moves that will shave time off the entire project, but these have taken me years to learn. I know in this day and age, soldering seems to be an old-fashioned skill, but for myself, I know that if and when I'm blessed to purchase a ProPress tool, soldering will always remain as a backup for me, and it's a backup I'm proud to say I have a strong foundation in, and I've done enough reps of it that I've been in situations that have been difficult, and I've found strategies of coping when the variables are not ideal. Okay, water's officially back on. Just to verify, I already opened it up, tested it, we're good to go. I already started running our PEX up here. The 2 PEX rolls are in the ceiling over there right now. And what we have here, just to show you. Good. Good, looking great. Okay, let's run some pipe. Peeps, if you're interested in learning plumbing theory from me, please check out my website, molotovplumbingacademy.com. There you'll find my plumbing math course, and I'm currently in the works of making a beginner's plumbing course as well. Links are in the description. Thanks for the support, and enjoy the rest of the vlog. One last thing that I want to point out is that if I ran this PEX directly behind the laundry tub, I would have made sure that the hot was on the left side and the cold was on the right side, because that would have been the most efficient way to connect them. But because I ran the pipes on the side of the unit, I opted to put my hot on the right-hand side because I didn't want my 2 pipes crossing when they went underneath the laundry tub. This was purely an aesthetic move on my part, and I figured because they're color-coded, it shouldn't be hard for the owners to figure out which pipe is hot or which pipe is cold, so there shouldn't be a mix-up either way. But overall, I like the way the pipework came out, and I'm happy with the result. Peeps, unfortunately, my cameras died before I was able to show you the assembly of the drain, but I still imagine this video was useful to you and you probably got a couple of tips from it anyways. I appreciate all the love and support that you've been sending me. It really means a lot to the channel. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you know exactly when we're getting videos. Smash that thumbs up, share with friends, and I'll see you plumbers very soon. Kenny Molotov, guys. Peace, baby.